And of course, this might take a second. The SMAC module. Gotta load the SMAC module. SDAT's a given. Map call, tones. Welcome, everybody. This is Thorn with the Game Design Lexicon. I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Lovely Commodore drive noises, simulated, of course. And then wonderful Commodore game music. So today, we're replacing Black Mesa, which we were just finished last week, with Questron for the Commodore 64. Got the coffee going. I hope everybody's got theirs if they need it. If they don't, then that's fine. It relaxes me. The wonderful thing about having ADHD is everything that you can expect from stimulants do pretty much the opposite to me. Rather than wiring me up, it allows me to relax. So, Questron, made for the Commodore 64. I think it was also ported to a few other machines back then. Possibly the Apple. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. I encountered it, of course, on the Commodore 64 because that was our computer when I was a kid. Commodore 64 was one of the computers that we had for one of the longest periods. I remember we went through the Timex Sinclair 1000 and the VIC-20. Both of those were really limited, especially as far as memory goes. I think the VIC-20 had like 2K of memory, and I think the Timex Sinclair 1000 came with 1K, and then we had like a 2K expander on it. And the reason why it could only address 2K was because it only had 8-bit memory addressing, which they fixed with the Commodore 64, and they gave it 16-bit memory addressing, which gives it that full 64K of awesomeness. Plus, it has swappable banks of memory in there, which kind of add a little bit more memory to it, because it only had like 32K of RAM, right, and 32K of ROM. But you had like swappable modules, so if you didn't need certain things, you could swap it out of memory and use a blank piece there. So today we're going to be playing Questron. This is one of the first adventure games that I played on the Commodore 64. Now you'll notice down at the bottom, copyright 1984, Charles Doherty, game structure and style used under license of Richard Garriott, that is Lord British. So this takes a lot of influence from the Ultima series, obviously. It has top view maps for most of your travel. The cities are in just one big block of kind of character-based graphics. You'll notice this whole screen is text graphics, and a lot of the in-game is too. Let's actually do some stuff here. First off, let's explore this menu. It does have a color test that allows you to change the colors of your computer, and I don't really know why that would be a thing. I guess at the time, a lot of people were using television sets, and if your television was off kilter, now we were pretty lucky. One of the first peripherals we bought for our Commodore 64 was the actual monitor that came with it, the main monitor for the Commodore 64, which is what that would have completely eliminated any of that issue. So, Commodore color palette, pretty traditional color palette for a Commodore. Let's see, let's do scenes, and this will show you what the graphics were like. Let's give it a little bit of warp here, so get that going a little quicker. Okay, and then we'll take a look at the instruction manual next, because of course a lot of the... So, this is what the game looks like, right? It's mainly, like I said, it looks very Commodore-based. And then you can go inside the towns, obviously. You have food, gold, time, hit points. And those are what your towns look like. They are pretty much keyboard graphics. And rather than spoiling a bunch of it, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, you can play roulette in the game, too. Isn't that neat? Anyway. Okay, let's start. So, I deleted all the characters. There was every single character on here, slot on here was filled, but then I went through, oh shit, they're back again. That's not good. That means it didn't save my modifications, which is cool anyway. I got a way around that, the Emulator does allow a snapshot of the images, so I'll be doing that as a way of saving my game. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of those guys. That's kind of disheartening. I thought that that would resolve that problem, but I guess I thought I had all the disks set up. I didn't really check it. I did make sure that it looked like it deleted them, but I guess it didn't. After rebooting it, they're back again. So I'm glad I checked it, though, before I started. Of course, I would have had to have, because there were no open character slots. So, one more to go. All right. Okay, Child of Fire, gone. Start a new character. Now, there's no capitals in this. It's all uppercase. So, let's do Thorn. Press return when finished. Press left arrow, backspace. Actually, before we do this, let's go through the manual a bit. I do have the manual for it here. Let's see. Boink and boink. So the manual for it, forgive the color scheme, I have my colors reversed, so everything's, it's what I call my impromptu dark scheme. It basically just reverses all the colors, which makes the manual cover a little washed out. You can look at it on, cover for it on Moby Games. Of course, all the information will be in the YouTube posting, like I normally do. So let's go over the history here a bit. You are but a serf of Geraldtown, former barony of Veritran. I realize that as a serf you have learned little about the realm, yet the land you love is in great danger. Terrible monsters roam the countryside, while a mighty invasion force prepares to attack our western shore. Our brave knights have been crushed by the enemy, our greatest wizards stymied. Legend says the lowly peasant will rise to vanquish our strongest enemies. With this hope and the word of the oracle, I have chosen you to fight for Questron. I can promise you nothing, for the dangers are immense. But if you do succeed, the world will be yours. To aid your quest, I have included writings which tell tales of the realm. You will also find a summary that Mesron drew for me of Questron before the rebellion, and a list of from my tutor of important dates. I cannot send you a map, for part of your secret test will be the exploration of the land. North of you lies the Swamp Cathedral, and to the east. North of you, what the heck? Double printing there. North of you lies the Swamp Cathedral, and to the east lies Geraldtown, your birthplace. Beware of fighting monsters with your hands. Godspeed and good luck. Do not let my father know that I helped you, and never acknowledge that you know me. There are spies everywhere. Princess Lucane. So, Questron before the Baron Rebellion, 377 AG, King Gerald, Queen Christine, great wizards Mesron and Mantor, the three magician priests of the great cathedrals, the baronies, the fiefs of the 15 barons, historical data. And then, of course, it gives history of the world if you want to read it. Now, you can download this PDF from Archive, of course. I owned the game originally when I was a kid, obviously. And then it also gives a list of creatures: ocean creatures, swamp creatures, mountain creatures, jungle creatures, grassland creatures, traveling creatures, High Elf, Naga Pilgrim, Shidu Monk. Let's see, advanced intelligence reports. Monsters in the land of evil. So there's also the land of evil. And I guess we'll be going all of those places. Dungeon monsters. And hopefully we won't eat it too quick. Let's see. Commands. So these are the commands and what they all do. Arm, climb, dismount, end, fight, game speed, hold item. See, game speed affects the amount of time the messages stay on the screen. We'll definitely be playing with that one. Kill self. Yeah, that's dark. Passing the turn, I do believe if you wait too long, it passes by itself. I'm not sure. I can't remember it. I remember the old Ultima games do that. So, let's see. And we already went through all this. Keyboard control, we'll be using joystick for it. Which most of it uses joystick, but then there are still a few things you use keyboard for. Dungeons, and that is about it. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because that's a little bit lengthy. But let's get started. Let's get started with the game. Okay. So let's make a character. And I do want to test something out before we get started. I want to make sure that I can save my snapshot and reload it to make sure that we're good. This game will periodically use the disk drive. Therefore, always keep your drive on. Leave the disk in the drive. Never open the drive door when the red light is on. Since the world of Questron is so large, it uses both sides of the disk. Whenever you need to flip the disk over, you'll hear a tone and see the instructions. Oh, that's not good. Well, shitsky. That may cause this to end early. God damn it. Come on. Give me a second here. I guess I should have tested it to make sure it loaded up. Okay. Interesting. There is no reason why that shouldn't have loaded up. Great. Off to a great start here. Okay, I'm going to warp this forward here. Okay, start a new character. Oh, no caps. Yes. Disk full. Well, shit, I may spend some time downloading a new copy of this, because this is not good. Okay. Start a new character. Thorn. Yes. Try this one more time here. And there it goes again. What the hell, dude? Okay. Give me just 1 second here, seeing if I can remedy this situation really quick. It's always fun having to do this on the fly. Luckily, it's small enough to where it's not a big deal, so. And there. Boink. One more try. Okay, please tell me this isn't the same one. It is. God damn it. I wonder if there's any reason as to why it's not working. Like something I may have done wrong. Yep, same goddamn thing. God damn it. Okay. Well, that may cut this stream short. Shit. That's sucking pretty hard, dude. Okay, well, that would teach me not to actually test the game before I fucking start a stream with it, right? Let's see. Scans. Okay, well, that sucks, dude. Okay. Got it. Okay, let me see if this will work here. A little bit of shuffling back and forth. Trying to find one that might work. That was actually more difficult than I thought it would be. Oh. This one looks more legit already. Well, shitski. Gotta love those wonderful graphics there, right? Yeah, this definitely looks a lot better so far. I was wondering why it didn't have the title graphic on it. It's because it's the same shitty version that's everywhere. I had to really dig to find this one. And the song's longer. How about that? Whoa. Now, major sevenths sound really weird in Commodore. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's get on getting on. Let's see. Play a game. Delete a character. Look at that. Empty, 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 empty. That is what I'm talking about. So let's start a new game. Thorn. Bunk. That's okay, yes. Moment of truth. Yeah, apparently, I was reading on a Reddit's post, which is where I found this copy, that a lot of the versions out there have a game-breaking bug in them, and I'm assuming that was the deal. All that wonderful drive noise. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a better day than I am. Of course, I got crappy sleep again, which is sometimes that kind of gets extended play over here. I'll have an entire week of just getting crappy sleep. But I guess the good part is I made it for the stream. It's all that counts. I was really excited about playing both Questron, and then tomorrow we have Buck Rogers Countdown to Doomsday, which is the Buck Rogers pulp sci-fi SSI Gold Box game. So it's the same type of game as like the old Pool of Radiance games, uh, Champions of Kryn, Secret of the Silver Blades, all those kind of wonderful games, except instead of a fantasy adventure, it's Buck Rogers pulp sci-fi from the old serial that was created in, I think, in the 1930s. And of course, they remade Buck Rogers in the 80s, which I used to watch as a kid, but it's definitely not the same as the original. Okay, put side 2 up and press enter. So let's attach that disk image here. Let's see. Boink. And boink. There we go. You were born a serf of Questron because you are only a serf. You have never traveled farther than nearby Geraldtown. Luckily, you keep your ears open. You hear of other villages and outposts, great cathedrals, and terrible monsters. You know rumors of a mighty castle with an army of guards, a fortune of treasure, and Mesron, the great and kind wizard. A dark cloud hangs now over the empire. It is rumored that Mantor, the evil one, escaped the castle and fled to another world. When he returned, he brought a book of powerful magic and settled in a land known as the Land of Evil. From there, he uses his spells to rule armies of evil monsters. It is rumored that these monsters are destroying cities. Oh, wonderful. What was this asshole's name? Mantor? It is said that a serf will rise from humble beginnings to destroy Mentor in battle. Perhaps only stories from a frightened peasants. And yet, a challenge that compels you to accept. You have sold your oxen for 57 gold. You have rawhide armor and food for 3 months' travel. To fight, you need a weapon. It all begins in a minute and a half. That's funny. I wonder if they actually timed how long it took on the to load on the old Commodore 1541 drive. And put that in as part of the text. Do-do-do-do-do. I don't think it'll take a minute and a half. I hope it doesn't. Shit, it's taken me almost an entire block to get started because of that little hiccup. Shoo! Remember all the time it used to take to get that shit started when you were a kid? Okay, so I guess that's Geraldtown down below. And it doesn't look like it actually passes when if I just sit here, which is kind of cool. Sounds kind of weird. We need to go get ourselves a weapon. food is our ticking time. Yeah, let's go into Geraldtown. '80s RPG. Hell yeah, dude. That is what we got here. So I guess so A for armor, W for weapon, F for food, right? So yeah, Questron's probably oh yeah, it does pass if you just stand there. Questron's probably one of the first RPGs that I really dug into after the Ultima games, like full-blown RPGs. And this now these are all keyboard graphics here. It's just speak. So they modify the keyboard graphics to look a certain way. You know, some of the off graphics that aren't used, not the non-letters and stuff, to look a certain way, and that's how they achieve the looks of these. So each one of these is a character, because obviously when you look at them, they're, you know, it's laid out as a tile map. Gerald Mutilation Shop. Nice. What do we got here? We have a sling and we have a whip. Let's get that whip. Why bother with the sling, right? Purchased one whip. Well, nice. So now we're definitely going to need more food. Let's see. Arm. All right, we need arms. Let's arm that whip. Let's see. Game speed. What's game speed set for? 4? Yeah, let's keep it there for now. Hold item. Oh, nothing. Take a look at all this real quick here. Except for the kill self, right? Yeah, so it's Commodore ASCII. And what they do in a lot of Commodore games is they'll take the extended part of the ASCII set, anything that's not the character base, and they'll modify it to look like a little graphic. And there's tons and tons of games that work like that. Like a while ago, I played one on stream that was Sword of Fargol, and you could even see when it was loading at the beginning, you'd have the name of the game as Sword of Fargol, and then you'd have a bunch of dollar signs below it, kind of like a line break kind of thing. And then while it would load, it would change that image, and that image of those dollar signs would turn into the walls in the game because that's what they used. By the way, Coffee Z, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. Mine is okay. Okay. I mean, I got crap sleep, but you know, again, that's kind of the status quo for me. So that's my inventory here. And it has been forever since I've played this. So I'm not really sure what all this stuff is doing. Operate nothing. No noticeable effect. Definitely don't want to rob. Unlock. What is vacate? I guess I should read the manual, huh? Examine? No, not arm. Examine. In Geraldtown. Walk around to find more. So we definitely want to buy some more food, because if we don't, we're going to starve. I'm going to have to look and see what that vacate is. Give me a second. I thought, oh, God damn it. Did I put the, oh, no, I didn't put the manual away. There it is. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to look up that vacate command. Vacate a town or cathedral. This command can save your legs the trip out. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that was another thing I needed to do, too. I was going to try and save a snapshot. And reload it. So, let's call this Questron save 1. Right? And then load snapshot, Questron save 1. Bonk. And here we are back. Actually, let's food and water supply. Enter number by keyboard or joystick. Oh, how many can we buy? 88? Wow. So let's buy 1. And now that we've bought 1, let me try and reload that snapshot now, see what that does. It should bring us right back there. Okay. Cool. Luckily, the Commodore 64 is such a small computer that it's really easy to dump the entirety of the RAM and just reload it, which is awesome. So we can have 88 food, which gives us Let's buy about a third that or so. So let's buy about maybe 30 food. That is our ticking time bomb. I do believe when you run out of food, you either die or start losing hit points, maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, let's look at armor. Rawhide. Oh, I got rawhide armor. I don't need that. Nothing. I guess if I don't need it... What is this guy over here? Oh. Play double or nothing. No. I could exploit that with the little save state thing. So that might be a... I remember we used to play the roulette one all the time. Psst, give me 4 gold. Sure. I'll look the other way one time. Got it. So I can rob the place, too. And apparently I just bribed the guards. Before I was locked up, I heard... The games of chance are fair if you play wisely. Oh yeah, dude, the early Ultimas and like one of my main introductions to extended RPGs were Ultima 2 because it was the first Ultima that was ported to the Commodore 64. It was really weird too because it gave me like a weird expectation of these role-playing games because the way the weird expectation of Ultima games because the port was different than any other Ultima game ever. Because they changed the color scheme of it and it made it really odd. But it was my introduction. Then eventually I got Ultima 3, which is a fantastic game. So now I guess we need to go out and fight and explore. So I'm guessing this temple is our first goal. The Swamp Cathedral. Now, like the old Ultimas, Ultima 1 and 2, not 3, because 3 they changed it, but Ultima 1 and 2, oh, what is this? The dungeons in this are all first person, which are really weird. No, don't pass. We need to speak. Please give a donation. Okay. I'll give you 5 gold. Please give more. 10? I don't have much more money, dude. Please give more. Screw you. That's not enough. You remain a center. Since you tried, 12 hit points. Oh. Well, suck. I guess I'm still a center. Oh, shit, dude. Thunder just hit outside. So 50 gold to increase my dexterity. That's kind of neat. Let's pause that. It's break time. This is Thorn with the Game Design Lexicon. We are currently playing Questron for the Commodore 64, finally, after a slow start there. Bit of a pain in the butt. Wouldn't work initially, so I had to download another copy. But anyway, we do stream here Monday through Friday. That's 5 days a week, 12 noon to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. GMT -6. You can give us a follow down below if you'd like to catch us. You can subscribe over on YouTube, which we have all of our older content pasted over there. I do edit the videos and cut out dead time and put it over there, and you can watch them afterwards. Anyway, I'm going to take a short break. Our band for the day is Aerosmith and the Rocks album, which is one of their less popular albums, but still a gem nonetheless.